Struggling with overwhelm and anxiety has become way too common in today's world. I bet a lot of you watching have struggled with these feelings, and I have too over the past several years. Believe it or not, there are actually a lot of ways that I have used planners to lighten my mental health load, and some of these ways might surprise you. So today we are going to talk about 5 ways you can start using planners right now to lighten your mental health load. And make sure to stick around till the end, where I'm going to share my personal favorite out of these 5 strategies. Before we jump into my 5 strategies, I want to take a minute and update y'all on my mental health journey with today's sponsor, BetterHelp. Now, if you missed my planner stack video last month, I shared how I was going to start therapy with BetterHelp. And I said that I was going to keep y'all in the loop about how it's going, so I'm here with an update. If you haven't heard, BetterHelp is a website that can connect you with a therapist who can listen to you and give you insight and tools to use for whatever season of life that you're in right now. I was pleasantly surprised at how easy, quick, and personalizable the process of matching with a therapist was. I've had to find a therapist in real life before, and let me tell you, that took weeks. BetterHelp, on the other hand, took less than 5 minutes. And then I set up my appointment for that very week. Now, I chose to have a video call for my first appointment just so we could meet face to face, but I could have chosen just a phone call or a text message. It's really up to you. And it was so easy to have my first therapy session. I literally just sat down at my desk right here in my walking clothes right after a walk and clicked sign in, as easy as a Zoom call. If you want to see for yourself just how easy it is to take advantage of BetterHelp's therapy and get 10% off your first month, visit betterhelp.com/Amanda's favorites, linked in the description. Join me on my journey, and I'll be giving y'all another update next month. Now, let's jump into those 5 ways that you can start using planners right now to support your mental health. We're going to start with number 5 and count down to my personal favorite one right now in my life. So number 5 is journaling. Whether you choose to do a gratitude journal, a prayer journal, a 5-year journal, I have done all of these. Gratitude has such a strong positive impact on our psychological well-being. I looked up a lot of facts about gratitude one year when that was my word of the year, and it is astounding how much gratitude affects our happiness. It also increases our self-esteem, enhances positive emotions, and makes us more optimistic. I need all of that, you guys. I am not a naturally optimistic, positive person, and I have to work really hard at it. When we feel deep happiness, our bodies are producing all sorts of wonderful chemicals, and gratitude is a big part of that. Journaling is also a big part of that. Let me show you what I've done to give you guys some ideas, and you maybe can see how you can do it too. I have used these Katie Daisy planners off of Amazon. They are linked in my Amazon store. All links will be down below. And her beautiful artwork inspires my gratitude for every single day. I have used these year after year for gratitudes. I have used Planner Perfect for journaling. That's just one of the things I've used it for over the years, where you can choose to decorate or not. I have used planners for journaling in so many different ways. You guys, this is just one example of how I used a passion planner for an entire year for journaling. I picked a different color every month. I added Mary Engelbright day-by-day pictures, and this was my journal for the year. So whether you journal in a planner or a journal, either one works so well. Sometimes a planner giving us a slot for every single day is really helpful because we don't feel overwhelmed with a blank page. I do scripture journaling, which is also very therapeutic for me, and prayer journaling. So no matter what you choose to do, journaling has a very positive impact overall on your mental health. Whether it's writing one gratitude a day, journaling about what happened in your life, or things you've learned from your study, whether in self-help books or the scriptures. And then there are also guided journals like J&B Living. J&B Living is a guided journal focused on your well-being and seasonality. If you're overwhelmed by a blank page, a guided journal can be really good for you too. If you want to jump into journaling today, start with something small. Start with writing one gratitude a day. You can either do it in the morning. I've done it this way before. You think about the day before and you write one gratitude from the day before, or you can do it at night and write a gratitude from that day, or you can do both. You could bookend your day with writing down a gratitude in the morning and a gratitude at night. I think that is a beautiful way to start and end your day. And one way that I have made writing my gratitudes a little bit more specific and meaning a little bit more is writing them saying I need a full sentence for the gratitude and to think of something in the last 24 hours. So I'm not just repeating the same gratitudes, but it doesn't really matter if you're repeating the same gratitudes. That's just if you want to give yourself a gratitude challenge. Before we leave journaling, one other idea on a gratitude journal is this daily thanks from Amazon. It was the year I focused on gratitude and gratitude was my word. It's a different gratitude challenge for every single month. It's pretty intense. I have a detailed look through of this on my Instagram. But this is another example of a guided journal. If you feel like a blank page is overwhelming to you and you would never do it, this is filling out a very small slot every single day, yet very motivational with all these beautiful pictures in there and a different, really unique gratitude challenge every single month to change it up. And I mentioned a 5-year journal. I think they are so good for reflecting. I'm actually in my second 5-year journal right now, finishing my last year of my second one. So all of these are ideas of ways that you can journal. And I believe that they have all immensely helped my mental health. I do not do all these journaling practices at once, but choosing 1 or 2 a year to focus on has been a wonderful practice for me. Number 4 is memory keeping / reflection. I think memory keeping is a little bit different than journaling, but it has also really helped my mental health over the years. I have kept different planners like this Erin Condren horizontal one where I just write good memories and printed pictures all year long. Yes, it took some work to do that every single day and to print pictures. I generally went back and printed my pictures at the end of the week so that I was printing them all in a group. But this is so beautiful to look back on, although I didn't do it for looking back on. I don't do any of these things for looking back on. Sometimes I do look back on them. How they help me the most is while I am doing them. It is the process of doing them that actually helps me in my mental health. Memory keeping helps you to reflect, to celebrate wins, and again, to feel gratitude. Reflection has helped me see what I've overcome. It also helps me celebrate my wins more consistently instead of just glancing over them. I'm looking really deeply as I'm memory keeping, writing wins, writing gratitudes, keeping track of the good things. And I think that memory keeping and reflection go hand in hand because as we are memory keeping, it makes us look back on that day or that week. This is a happy planner from many years ago. But several planners that include great reflection questions are Moxie Life, Passion Planner, Sprouted, Monk Manual, Hemlock and Oak, and Power Sheets. Those were just the first to come to my mind. So number 4 was memory keeping and reflection. It's helped me to keep the good at the forefront of my mind, to celebrate my wins, and to focus more on the positive than the negative in my life. Number 3, counting down to number 1, number 3 is wellness planners. You can make any planner into a wellness planner. In fact, generally, I prefer a normal planner, either horizontal or vertical, thinking about whatever you want to fill in, however you want to use it for that year. I prefer just a normal planner to make it into my wellness planner. Now, I have bought wellness specific planners before. This is really the only wellness specific planner that I've used. All other years, I have picked just a basic planner just because that's how my mind works better. I don't like them giving me all the wellness check boxes. I like to decide what am I tracking for my physical and mental wellness at the time and to have a blank planner spread to work out how I want to do that. I am not going to show you the inside of my Commit 30, but I kept for an entire year this Commit 30 as my wellness planner. I don't track every single week, every single day of the year. I generally ebb and flow on tracking in my wellness planner, but I usually do pick one for the year, something that I can be in when I want to track my wellness and not feel like I have to do it every single week of the year. This was mine for 2023. This year in 2024, I introduced you guys to that I'm trying out a Laurel Denise for my wellness planner, but this Commit 30 A5 size worked so well for me last year. I didn't have to track the same thing in the boxes for every month or every week. I could decide what I needed to track at that time and then make a specific box for that. So it could change all up. At different times, I've tracked my mood, my weight, how I feel mentally and physically. I've tracked my sleep, what I eat, my movement for my body. I've even sometimes tracked what I'm reading, how much I'm reading, my scripture study. All these things contribute to my overall mental and physical wellness. And so at different times, I track different things based on what I feel I need to focus on. So that's how you can take any planner. I've used a Moxie Life before, an Erin Condren. I've used a Commit 30. I've used a Passion Planner as my base, and then turned that into my wellness planner. This is a happiness planner that is specifically made to be a wellness planner. I am not showing you any of the pages that I have filled in any of my wellness planners because they're too private to me. So we're gonna look at a plain page that has not been filled in. This is a little bit more open of a wellness planner, and I feel like that's why I made it work for me, because you just have 2 boxes and then a third box at the bottom in which they kind of prompt you: reflection, today was, thankful for, focus on. And they have a couple things for you to fill out, but there's not too many boxes to check or telling you track your weight here, write your food here. They're leaving it open for whatever you want to track. And that's why this wellness planner worked for me. It also has beautiful pictures and colors and a nice monthly recap, and that is what I liked about it. But like I said, you could pick up any planner off your shelf and track whatever is important to you at the time, what you feel you're lacking, what you feel you need to improve on in your wellness. When I track my mental and physical health goals, it helps me see patterns and it holds me accountable. And when I see those patterns, then I can decide how I want to make improvements, how I want to change things. If I don't ever hold myself accountable and I don't see those patterns, then I'm not going to make change for the better. And then I'm not going to be improving my physical and mental health. That is number 3, how wellness planners have helped me with my mental health. And I mention my physical health because my mental health is directly also affected by my physical health. All of those aspects of my health all go together and are related and affect each other. Okay. Number 2, you guys, is goal planning. Now, goal planning does not just have to be for those big goals or projects in your life. Dedicate time each day or week to engage in activities that you enjoy. This is something that I have been putting into my goals. I think as we become parents and or have really busy jobs or careers, and we get so involved in the care of our children or our home or our career, that our enjoyment, our fun activities, our play can fall by the wayside. And we have to be intentional to make sure that we actually include these things in our lives still. So just think about your goal planning, not in terms of just achievement of those big reach goals or those projects that just have to get done. Goal planning is for prioritizing ourselves and making life enjoyable too. At least that has been one of the best ways that I have used goal planning. I haven't shared a lot about that before because, again, that is a more personal aspect of my goal planning. In my videos, I tend to only share my goal planning that is about projects and, some bigger goals, but mainly those things that don't feel so personal to me. So when you're goal planning, remember to include those things that you enjoy and that give you rest and relaxation. That really refuels my mental health. Now, also seeing yourself check off big goals, yes, that can make you feel great too. Keeping track of all your wins and recounting those at the end of the month, reflection at the end of the month, all these aspects of goal planning have helped my mental health also. You can go with a very structured goal planner that has all the boxes for you and guidance. And I think that is a great way to go if you're someone who's like, I really have never done goal planning before. I don't know where to start, and I would really like some guidance on that. Power Sheets are a great goal planner for that. This is not a weekly planner. It is just your goal planning in here. I have a full review on this. And then Moxie Life is a great goal planner with all that guidance and accountability too, but also with your weekly planner included in it. So if you are interested in more structure, more guidance, more accountability, and check-in with your goal planning, then go ahead and check out Power Sheets or Moxie Life. This year, I crafted my own goal planning system in a golden COIL notebook. It's not the first year I've crafted my own goal planning system, and I talk all about that in a recent video I put up about it. So if you're interested, you can check that out. Those are just some of the ways that goal planning has helped my mental health. I hope that some of those ideas will help you craft your goal planning into something that supports your mental health too. All right, guys, drum roll. Number 1, it's really my personal favorite out of these 5 ways that planning helps my mental health. And that is planning itself, weekly planning and daily planning. I know that might be a surprise that that's number 1. You might think I would choose journaling. All these things have helped me immensely, and I honestly don't want to give up any of these. But when I was sitting down thinking about what really, if I could only keep one of these, what really would save my mental health the most, and that is sitting down with my planner every week. Paper and pen is relaxing, you guys. I think we all agree on that in the planner world. To have your favorite pen, your favorite planner in front of you, the tactile feel of it, and sitting down to a blank week or a blank monthly spread. It's like taking a deep breath. Planning your week is calming. It makes us feel in control of our lives. It helps us see what is coming up. It helps us see things that we can be excited about or look forward to, like vacations or holidays, like when we might see family or have time off work or school. These things are really important to note. That's why we love to put them in our planner. It helps us mentally to see those things coming that we can be excited about. When we have meals planned or our chores, our kids' schedules, it can calm our anxiety. When we see what's coming, it calms stress. I like to look ahead at least quarterly to give me a big picture on like what is coming up, what big things or projects, what things can I look forward to, what times look really busy, and how can I make that flow as smoothly in my life as possible. And my planners are always the thing that helps me with that. I often think of the monthly layout in my planner as kind of like a game board. And I'm going through life square by square. The little game boards, like the old games, like Candyland. You move your person square by square, and that's the way you complete the game. I think of my monthly planner in that way. I am moving day by day, square by square, my little person. Day by day, as I progress, I can see how far I've come. I can see what I've accomplished. I can see what's right ahead of me. Is it something a little bit scary? Is it something hard? Is it something exciting? It's kind of like the Candyland game board, You see what's ahead of you, except we actually know that we're going to land on every single day. I really do love a big picture monthly layout for that, or looking big picture quarterly for that, to just get an overview, get it in my mind, and it helps me feel like I can conquer it. When I look back on my planners, it also helps me to reflect. So once again, it's bringing in reflection when you're planning. Even if your planner is just like this and you're literally just mapping out day by day, you can look back, you reflect on things. It makes you feel happy for all the things that you accomplished, for the celebrations that you got to attend, for those monumentous days in your kid's life, in your family's life, or in your career, or those things you did that you thought were like a mountain to climb, but you overcame them. We can see all that in our planners. Daily planners are also important to me when I sit down for a new day and I have a fresh blank page. I am someone who always needs a page per day. I have always used either a notebook for my daily list or a daily planner for my daily list. I like to sit down with a fresh page. It makes me feel like I'm starting the day uncluttered. I can take a deep breath, and then I can focus on and see what's important right now for this very day. That really helps calm my anxiety too, and my overwhelm. It is just seeing today. Yes, looking at quarterly planning and weekly planning is important to me for all those other reasons I mentioned. But also when it comes down to it, just focusing on today and the tasks in it and how I'm going to get them done hour by hour helps reduce my mental load. I hope this video gave you some ideas about how you can reduce your overwhelm and anxiety with planners and journals. Let me know which one of the 5 strategies you like best. And if you feel comfortable, share with us how you've used that in your life. I think we can all learn from each other in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. Take care of yourselves so you can take care of others. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.